I'm my own worst critic and enemy.
Mm-hmm. You consider yourself a competitive boss?
No.
No?
Yeah, me neither.
I don't have an ounce of competition in me. I don't care.
Really?
No. I just want to do. I don't care about winning. That's why I never did good in sports. Like, we'd show up. I played baseball for several years before I finally gave it up because I would show up to the game and everyone's like, we got to win. We got to beat the other team. Go out there and kick ass and blah, blah, blah. And I don't care. I'll go out. I'll do my best. I'll swing. I'll try to hit it. I was a catcher, so if someone stole a base, I'd try to throw them out. Or, when the moment got tough, I'd play my part. But I mean, win or lose, I don't care. I got to go out. That whole thing where your parents, when you're a kid, they're like, just go out and have fun. And everyone's like, yeah, we're not going to have fun. We're going to win.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I just want to have fun.
Right.
I don't know.
But winning is fun.
Winning is fun, and it does feel good to win, and it does feel bad to lose. But at the same time, if I just came out here to play and I got to play, that's all I really cared about.
Yeah. I played on a bunch of winning teams as a kid. I never played on a team that didn't win. Like in all the sports that I played as a kid, we came in first to second place all in pretty much football, baseball, basketball. Those were the three sports that I mainly played. And I remember baseball, we came in second. Football, we went to the Super Bowl. Basketball, we were undefeated.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, no.
I've also always been on losing teams.
I see.
I mean, like, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
but go ahead. I'm sorry.
When I was a kid, like we would win in the beginning, and then as I got older and kids would go off and do other things, the team players would switch out all the time. So it'd be like me and another guy, and then a whole new team. And then the next year, there'd be like me, that other guy, one or two other people, and then everyone else was a whole new team. Because everybody was we're young, you're going out doing different things. And,
right.
So by the time it got serious and I realized that I didn't care, I just walked away.
Right.
That's all I was saying.
I played on a lot of winning. All my teams won. I don't remember ever going home and being like, we didn't always win the championship. Even when we went to the Super Bowl, we lost. But we went, and it was in Atlanta. And I remember I was maybe 13 or 14. It was Thanksgiving weekend. They took us down in a bus. We stayed in a hotel. And we were 12, 13, 14 years old playing in like arenas, stadiums. I mean, we got our ass handed. We lost like 45-0. We didn't even score. But we were good enough locally to get to that point. You know what I mean? Like even like talent shows, I always top 3 somewhere most times. And even if I didn't win a talent show, someone always approached me afterwards and be like, yo, let's do something. Or something along those. I see the potential in you. I want to do something with you on my own. Let's do something privately or something along those lines.
Right.
Moved to New York, never in 10 years, never paid for any studio time. That never happened because everyone I met wanted to work with me. So it was like very competitive. And I'm a rapper too. So that's a competitive sport.
Right.
Within itself. You want to be, slice and dice with your wordplay and your lyrics and your similes and metaphors. Like you rap to compete. I'm the best. That's pretty much what basically every rapper that's ever lived, that's ever said at least 50 times
per album.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
every rapper is I'm the best.
Right. Yeah, I mean, right. And I tell rappers all the time, like, when you're rapping, because some rappers run out of breath and they trying to say all the words, and I tell them all the time, cut out the word I. That'll save your breath. Because we know you're talking about yourself. You ain't got to tell me I'm this and I'm that. I'm the best that ever did it. You just say the best that ever did it. It'll fit better. You'll be able to breathe. We know you're talking about you. You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah, I remember. I don't want to say who it was, but I've been in the studio with you and somebody was rapping and you pulled them out and you were like, you were saying way too much. You ain't got to
Right.
say all that. Cut out half that shit. We'll still get the same
Yep.
point.
Yep, I tell them all the time. Because like you said earlier, they're so far on the inside to where they can't see. So we give them perspective from the outside.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's
Make
right.
that happen. You know.
Singers make songs for people to hear. But I think a lot of times when you're in there singing, you don't hear what those other people are going to hear.
Mm-mm.
You just know what you want it to sound like. But that may not be the sound that other people get.
Right.
You know? But that goes back to, I think what Mike was saying is that you just gotta, you can get handed an opportunity, or you can go out and work hard for it. And either way, you're still gonna get there if you don't give up.
Yeah.
Right. I never did. It was never was competitive growing up for me. I mean, I wasn't into sports. I was a big nerd, so
Yeah.
I wasn't in sports. My family wasn't competitive. I just was never around like competitive. Now, more so, now I've tried it. I tried baseball, softball, football, basketball. I tried. But yeah, that wasn't my place. You know what I'm saying? I dribble like this.
But I don't want you to think that competition is only in sports.
Oh no.
You know what I mean?
Competition is in everything, really.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
So
I don't know.
there's no killer instinct inside of you whatsoever about anything. You don't have the Mamba mentality about nothing.
No, not really. In certain things, but not when it comes to. I don't know. For me, it's more of the knowledge part. You get what I'm saying? It's more of the knowledge part, and the trying part. To me, it's failure not even to try.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So for me to get off in somewhere and do something and maybe not win, but I'll do good enough to where they gonna know who I am regardless. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And to accomplish that is enough within itself. You get what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong, everybody wants to win, but I mean, that's just like lottery players. You know, you play the lottery all day long, but you may not win anything. But for that person that does play, maybe one day it will come because they're playing. But for the person that is not playing the lottery, they can't sit there and say, people waste their money. You'll never win. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
How you know you don't play?
Right.
So I don't know. For me, I get what you're saying, the competitive part. But for me, it's not about winning. I mean, I would like to win, but if I don't win, I'm still good. You get what I'm saying? Because I tried. I'm in there. Like right now, I do music. Been doing music forever. But have I ever been on the charts? No, not really. But I'm still able to make music no matter what. And so for me, that says a lot. You know what I'm saying?
See, my biggest competitor, I think, is myself.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Like
me.
Whenever I do something, like let's say I shoot a film, and I'll watch it, and I want people to like it. I do. I want other people to want to see it, or if they do watch it, I hope that they learned something or enjoyed it or whatever. But when I'm watching it, I'm just watching everything that I did. Like, you know, when I'm on set, I'm working with the actors. You know, if we've got location or costume designers or all that stuff gets done beforehand, so I know what it's going to be going in. But when I'm sharing it, I'm just looking at what I did. And when I do my next film, I know everything that I hated about my last film. and I focus on those aspects. And so I'm constantly in competition with myself. But like, if other people are making films, I don't hope they suck, or I don't hope that mine's better than theirs. Like, I don't really care about all that stuff. I just want to make sure that what I've done exceeds what I did, on the previous work. That's pretty much how I tackle everything. There's stuff that I'll do. Like I remodeled upstairs. This is outside of film. But I like remodeled upstairs, and there's a spot in the drywall that cracked, and I'm just looking at it like, God damn, why did you do that?
Right.
Like I know why it did that, and I know the corner that I cut that brought me to now. Here we are, moved in, painted furniture in the room, and I've got like a 3-inch split in the drywall. I know why I did that, and I know that I did that, and I know what I could have done to do it better, but I cut a corner, and now I'm looking at it at the end, and that's my competition, because I should have done better than that. And then when I moved down here to the basement, and I remodeled the basement during COVID, there's not a single crack in any of the drywall.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And it's just because I did something, and I've never done something to that scale before, and I did it, and I know where I screwed up at, and I got to the next one, and I said, I'm going to have a whole nother list of problems with my work in the basement, but none of this drywall is going to be a problem. You know what I mean? That's my competition is with myself. Always be better.
That's me. That's me. I always want to outdo myself, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Mike talks about my big productions all the time.
That's because they sound so big.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, right. But I want to be like Barry White. I ain't gonna front. Like Barry White is one of my biggest inspirations, and he's like, the way that he produces is, I strive to be Barry White-esque with my records and whatnot. That's where all that Isaac Hayes, those two guys are as far as producers are concerned, I really admire. So but I'm always in competition with myself to do better than I did the last time. Even if I'm the only one that hears the record, I always strive to be better than I was the last time.
It's the peanut butter magic show.
But on stage,
it's the peanut